I am very sick right now. You're going to hear that reflected in my voice throughout this video, so just bear with me. If you ask me what I hate most about modern gaming, you might expect me to say the constant firmware updates, or the huge amount of time investment needed to play today's games, or the sheer amount of buttons on the controllers. But for me, the worst part of it is the amount of charging that has to be done. Many of the wireless controllers out there have to be charged. Even the two previous generations of consoles involve a lot of charging. And let's not forget the handhelds that need charging as well. As a YouTuber, there's also additional charging I need to do, like for my wireless microphones or the camera I'm using to shoot this video. Then there's everyday objects I have to charge, like this cell phone. Yes, by having a large collection, I pretty much did this to myself. Charging for me feels like a full-time job. There are dedicated charging stations to make things easier, like these for my PS4 controllers, but they take up a lot of space in a room where I have limited space. What I ended up doing is buying this charging tower thing, and as you can see, it's a mess, and it takes up a lot of floor space. The problem of having to charge things all the time is made worse by the fact that there are different connection standards that have been used over a short period of time. So basically, you need to find the right cord to charge your device. And that's one reason you see so many cords in this area. In general, PS3 era stuff requires a mini USB connector, PS4 era stuff requires a micro USB connector, and PS5 era stuff requires a Type-C connection. Yes, I am aware that they sell wired controllers for these consoles, and you could play with the cords attached to the controller. I may switch to wired controllers in the future, but for now, I need to take care of this mess. What I want to do is build a charging station. So that's what I'm going to do for the rest of this video. I'm going to take you through how I built a charging station for this room. And so just sit back and relax, grab yourself some popcorn, and let's go. Whenever I build stuff for this room, I try to make it match what is already there. So I considered some type of shelf system for my charging station. Some of the things I considered are those shelves that go above the toilet, which has the benefit of saving some space in my crowded game room. But in the end, I chose to do wire shelving, like what I have my game systems already sitting on. But I did not require it to be as big as what I have my systems on. For a charging station, I required something a lot smaller. And so what I ended up doing is getting this little set of wire shelves. I got it from Home Depot. It's 23 by 13 by 31 inches, and it's a 3-tier unit. When I was putting this together, it felt like I was building a miniature version of my game room. I spaced the shelves out pretty much evenly and used a mallet to level them out. But a shelf itself does not charge anything, so I needed to get some charging equipment. And for that, I walked into a micro center and I found this thing, a tabletop fixed socket. It has 3 regular outlets and a couple of regular USB ports, and it has this crank on the bottom that is supposed to be used to fasten it to the edge of a desk or something, but for my purposes, I fastened it to the edge of these new shelves. The top shelf will be for the Type-C connector stuff, the middle shelf will be the micro USB stuff, and the bottom shelf will be the mini USB stuff. Now, there are still a lot of wires, and I attempted to tie them up to make it look a lot neater, but this is about as much as I can do. I could put some shelf liners on these shelves, but I'm kind of fearful of a fire starting. I have found swollen batteries inside controllers before, and I'm just wondering if they could possibly catch on fire if they explode. In that case, a shelf liner could catch on fire, but if it's just a blank empty shelf like this, then I think that fire hazard is reduced, but we'll see. I may end up adding liners later on. By the way, I'm putting this all in the corner of my room here. This is a corner that I have done damage to the walls to. One day I will repair that damage, but in the meantime, I'm gonna cover it up with some stuff. What I attempted to do at first is hang up this Gradius poster over top of those walls. The poster did not stay up, even though I put a bunch of little tape bubbles on the back of it. So what I ended up doing is ordering a couple of frames, and these are the frames that I got. They are 24 by 36 inch, and I ordered a Thunder Force 2 poster off eBay to put in one of those frames. To put something in these frames, you have to pry up these metal prongs and then pull the cardboard out and then set the poster in there, then put the cardboard back in and then bend those metal prongs back down. I did the same for the Gradius poster, so we have two awesome shoot 'em ups with two awesome artworks. The Genesis one was lower resolution compared to the Gradius one, but when you view it from far away, it's hard to tell the difference. So I hung those two up, and this is what my corner looks like now. I know some people are going to think this is ugly, but it's a lot better than what I had before, and it's organized. I'm now able to charge things easily. I'm not having to search for different cords. I have a lot of capacity, so I can charge many controllers all at once, and it all takes up a very small amount of space. So that was my journey in creating a charging station for this room. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Take care.